So we're not recording from Zoom, we're recording from OBS.
Okay, then I'll record.
And then we get a nice 1080p recording instead of the 720p. What I'm doing with that strobe tuner, besides you could tune your guitar with it, is when we sing, it actually tells us what note we're singing. So that when I'm practicing, you know, one of the things I'm working on is pitch. And so when I'm singing, if you were singing G, that's obviously a B, but G, so there's C, so that's a C4, and so on. And so so we know on the guitar, that's a C4. C. So there you go.
That's a neat toy.
So I'm thinking that will help. I started my voice lessons last Friday. And so I'm hoping that that's going to be one of the things. I actually use that when I'm writing songs sometimes. If I have the melody in my head, I can usually pick it out on the guitar, right, in the scales.
Yeah.
But if I can't for some reason, or if I'm not sure, then I sing it into the strobe tuner and then let it tell me what note that is.
I see your room is coming together.
I'm happy. I cleaned off the wall. I was studying better lighting, and what I discovered is if I had less lighting, that was better. So in other words, my overhead light, if I turned off the overhead light, then I get less reflection from the key lights, oddly enough, and it darkened the wall behind me, which actually made it nicer. The other thing I've done is I zoomed in the camera, you know, a little bit, and that took the bookcase out of the picture. I took down the poster and the flag and so on the wall. So I'd actually like my guitars better organized back here, but you know, it's one step at a time.
Hold your guitar like you're gonna play it.
Yeah, it's behind you. I gotta, maybe if I back up like this, then it's over your shoulder.
Well, you need to be able to see your both hands.
I know.
So
I need to sit taller.
Whatever the shot is, whenever you start doing live broadcasts, you want to be able to at least see the
Yeah, I'm also watching though where the top of my head is.
Yeah.
So I can't.
So you do need to come back. You need to back out.
I can't
Your
look down.
Too close.
I can't look down. Let's bring the mic with us. I can't look down, and I can't move it down. So, yeah, I think if I move back. And I'll have to move my pedals and so on to match. Until I get my expert camera person to be with me at all times.
I mean, okay.
No, I think this is amazing though with the transparent background. This is one of the best scenes I think I have seen on how to do things. So so part of this week, in addition to my guitar practice every day, now I'm doing my voice practice every day.
I saw that.
We will focus on the guitar. So this is without you, but
you can't. You can bring more. Ha.
What's that?
You can bring more.
Yeah, nice. Whatever's in Guitar Pro, it will goes ahead and updates because it's capturing the screen from Guitar Pro. Now, this one, I wanted to show you, by the way, on the way past, I watched a lovely video about drum trucks today, and I may have closed it. Let's see if I still have that one open.
That's cool. I have a
No,
bunch.
I don't have it open. I won't page through my pages because, oh no, I do.
Let's do that.
But I don't have it where you can see it. I don't have it set where you can see it. So let me.
Now you match.
Let me add a window capture.
My chair's too tall.
We're going to name this one.
I can see. Bruce, I don't know what we're preparing for, but we are definitely preparing for something.
One of these days.
For real. When I bought this whole backdrop kit, I ordered specifically a green screen. I totally forgot I had it, and this was 6 months ago. So I'll tell everybody else that's listening, when you don't have stuff, just use, like me and Bruce say all the time, use what you got and then move up. So I've had this for a while. I just totally forgot about it. And then the entire world went on the internet. I was like, oh, I need to use this now.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm going to test it out tonight. And I found out that Mozilla handles Mac better than Safari or Google Chrome with StreamYard.
This may still be too small for you to see.
Oh, it's so tiny, but I can see dots, red dots. Classic.
Okay. So if it's too small, what this is it's it's a survey of different drum tracks and how to program them into your
Can't I make you bigger?
into MIDI tracks. Yeah, we're gonna make it. We're gonna try and make it bigger.
Did you make it bigger or did I make it bigger?
I don't know.
It's bigger for me now. That's plenty. Oh wow. Bleh.
What they're showing here is, imagine these columns are beats, and so the kick is on 1 and 2 and then again on 4 and then 2 and 3 and the and of 3.
One and
then if you put the snare on 3 and the and of 4 and the and of 1. So what they're showing you is, hey, here's some cool drum patterns and how to program them.
On what is this your software that you've been using to write
Well,
songs?
you could put them into anything on the DAW. No, this is just an Excel. It was a nice video that one of the Play With Your Drum Set is what the name of the video was. But the idea was, he said, hey, let's look at like 10 popular beats right now that you'll hear in a bunch of different production songs. And here's how you need to program them in if you want to have that beat for your song.
There's one that says impeach the president.
Yeah, because it comes from the song Impeach the President, but it's been used on a bunch of hip hop songs.
That's hilarious.
And so what I like is, so instead of just building up a beat, like, oh, I want to do, kick, snare, or maybe kick, snare, snare, kick, snare, snare. What this gives you is some beats to start from, and then go tailor them to the feeling you want for the song. But here's exactly what they're using. And so basically it's like 10 different professional beats that you could then go take and modify for what you want to do. So I really like that for trying to figure out something cool to do.
Did I do that? That looks great. If I did that, that's great.
You put the curtain behind you? Yeah.
No, not the curtain. You're full screen to the left, and then
yeah, I moved me over.
It's full screen. It's not like mid screen like we usually do. And it's because I have it on gallery view. That looks so cool for me. Wait, let me take a picture so you can see. I don't know how to screenshot
on your Mac?
PC, on the PC.
Oh.
Mac, I got. PC.
Alt print screen.
Oh, well, I'm a dork. I didn't know that.
There's some logic there, right? Now you can also use the cut and paste tool, the snippet tool, and that will cut whatever you're looking at.
Wait, there's a big save to Dropbox. Everything's running to Dropbox now.
But I imagine it looks like
so good.
Do you see me next to you with you in my picture as well?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna send you this so you can see this. That is so nice looking. When you're doing conferences and stuff, tell them to take you to gallery view. It's very nice. Here we go.
Yeah, the problem is the more people in the conference, the smaller each picture gets.
So super private concerts are like real intimate then.
Yeah, well, like when we're doing the guitar jams and there's 10 people on, then they can't see much of anything. Oh yeah, that's what you're showing is that's the view. That's the view I'm seeing. Yeah, that's the view from my screen.
So change it. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still for me. It's called the gallery view.
So what are you seeing now? Your
I
picture
see
with the
my
curtain, and
pictures.
then next to it, a picture of me with you in the corner of the picture, or with now Sonya Jevette 2019, so the sign in the corner.
No, I see you. I see. I need one more guitar, and the staff for the song.
Yes. And now
Still love this.
Now
This
I
is
think you see
awesome.
you next to me and then you in my picture.
Uh, mm. So you know, there's a gallery shot right at the
Yes.
top of the screen to the. So I've changed that view so that I have this view.
Yes.
So I'm loving this. This is beautiful. It is.
The good.
I don't think I purposely have ever used it. Purposely.
So let's play something on the guitar.
Okay.
The Lord is My Shepherd is a new song that I'm working on transposing, but it's not gelled yet. And I don't know that I'll have just a guitar version of it. So we're not playing it tonight. This one I will expose you to it, but it's all computer. It's all computer play.
I'm tired of being exposed. No more exposure.
Yeah, you'll hear why. You know how much I like horns. Okay, now play it on guitar and I'll write down which chords it is. Yeah, the melody I can get right away, but what chord would you put with "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want"? It's that part that I need to transpose.
C sharp.
And I think we could go by what the bass is playing a C right here.
You're in C.
Yeah, the bass is playing C, 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 C during "The Lord is my shepherd." And so my intuition is that would be a C accompaniment. Because whatever the bass is playing is usually what you should be playing for the harmony.
C to D.
The Lord is my shepherd. No. The Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Yeah, an A minor. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. The Lord. Nope.
Do single notes when you're trying to search for
Huh.
what you're singing. Do single notes.
Yeah, let's turn off everything except let's listen to the flute by itself because the flute's playing the melody. So I think it's C, A minor, back to C. So the Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. The Lord is my shepherd. But this next phrase goes up to E. So maybe it is E minor. I shall not want. I shall not want. Let me play that for you. So would that be an E minor, do you think? Because it's in E?
Got E, D, C, B.
Yeah, it's E, D, C, B, yes. I shall not want. See, that's not terrible because it's got a B in it and it's got an E in it. I shall not want. I shall not want. What else has a B in it? The E minor does. The D doesn't. The G does. I shall not want. Or you just hold the E minor and don't switch there. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Let's see if I'm hitting the big want. No. What would you think there? So we're going C, A minor. Here's the C.
So, if the flute has your melody,
Yes.
then what are you trying to figure it out?
Writing harmony for the guitar.
Oh, so the harmony part usually is in the 4th or the 5th position. So if it's in, oh, hurting my head. What?
Up an octave and down a fourth.
Well,
down an octave and up a fourth.
Or was my keyword. Yeah. So if you played in the circle of fifths thing.
Yes. We think so the melody and the harmony should be in the same key. I believe the melody is in G. I believe it may be in C.
If it's in C, then your melody,
Okay, so it starts off on a D, but then it comes.
Are you sure?
Well, the melody starts on a C.
There you go.
C, D, E. Oh, it's got an F, so not an F sharp. So it's either in C or A minor, because it's all whole notes, no sharps. So that puts it in C or A minor.
And
so we could need an F somewhere. So it's C, the Lord is my shepherd, because it starts on the C there, and the C is still a good match. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. So that's, I think this first, we'd have to go add. Oh, we need to be view, global view. I know we'll only take a moment for this, but it's actually interesting to me.
So, Bruce, which key do you want to be in? Let me pull this up for you.
Oh no, we're way past there. We don't get to pick anymore.
You asked about the minor, not the minor. You asked about the harmony. Right?
Yes, the harmony, but because the melody is already written and the other accompaniment parts are already written, we don't get to pick what key it is. We have to detect what key it is based on all the song that's written so far.
So let's look at our circle of fifths.
So I believe that since we have all these whole notes, no sharps and no flats, that means we must be in either C or A minor.
C major, yes, and A minor, yes.
C major, A minor. And so yes. I'm going to suggest, and we're gonna play the guitar with it too. Let's show that, and we're gonna put the chords in, and we're gonna add I think the accompaniment for this first section is a C major, and so we're gonna put a C major in the first section. So that sounds right?
Yes.
And I believe the second section is the second bar is an A minor. We'll see if I'm wrong. And I believe it comes back to a C. And now this is the question is, what goes here?
What note is it?
It is an E. So I think it's either an E minor if we were using yours, let's go down a third, and so we could go to an A, but A is not in C, so it would be an A minor. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. So it could come back to an A minor there. So our candidates are an A minor or an E minor. A minor, but A minor would be a harmonious chord, not a matching chord. The E minor has the advantage of having that E in it. The A minor does too.
We both froze.
It's got two E's in it.
I froze, you froze, we all froze together. Ah, there you are.
There you are again.
Right.
So you want to hear the A minor and then the E minor, or vice versa?
Oh, okay.
What?
Answer's yes.
What do you guess? What would you guess? It can be anything. Do you think it's the C, A minor, C, E minor, or C, A minor, C, A minor?
I'm stuck on which voice that you want to use. Do you want to be in the major or you want to be in the minor? Are you trying to sing with your guitar? Or are you trying to
I want to
sing
be
with
in the
your...
major. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
There you go. So
I think
C,
it's a major song.
So
I had not thought about that, so I'm glad we're having this conversation because no. Often I get stuck just like this. I know it's either C major or A minor, and you're right. I should be thinking about, well, is it a positive song or is it a more ethereal minor song?
And once you do that, then that'll help you pick which direction to choose for the songs. Because you could do infinite.
Oh, I know, but in this case, we can't do infinite because the song's already written. We're just harmonizing.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I know that seems backwards, but that's where we're at. Because we got 7 other parts already done. Now, and what we're doing right now is the band can play the song just fine on the computer. What you and I are playing is, what if we needed to play this song without the computer unplugged?
Then you would play the melody that you're playing, right?
That would be too thin. I would sing the melody and I need to play the harmony on the guitar. That's my thesis.
Oh, okay.
That's the game we're playing.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's going to go to the E minor, but we're going to hear. Okay.
So if you playing in a major, then
yes.
You would.
C major. If we have an E, it has to be an E minor.
Notes in this song are C,
C, D, E, F.
And so your
E.
F is your 7th or 6th. So you're skipping around. You're going root, big boy D to 2nd to, I can't see the top half, but so it's root, big boy D. It's okay.
Sorry,
anyway,
moved it around. There you go.
Bruce, when I'm writing songs, I have to figure out if I'm going to go major or minor. If I figure out which way I'm going to go major or minor, then that helps me write the song.
I'm with you. Imagine you'd written this song 10 years ago, and now you're trying to transpose it for the guitar.
Good. I don't know if I would look for the harmony to be on the guitar because I play basic chords or just root chords. So you trying to play harmony and sing differently? Is that what you're doing?
So
I'm trying to understand.
Root chords, if we were just going to do root chords for harmony, that's sort of kind of what we picked out so far, because the C to go with the C and the Lord is my shepherd, A minor with the C and I shall not want, so that A minor is kind of a variant of C, right?
Okay.
No,
and
I'm also watching the bass. The bass is on an A at that point, which suggests to me that it should be an A. I know what the bass is playing, and so the A is going to go with the bass.
and the bass is playing.
The bass part's already written, and the bass is playing an A during that bar.
Okay.
I shall not want. You've changed into a circle of fifths.
Yes, because I want you to see what you're saying.
I'm with you. I have the circle of fifths here on the thing on the bed next to me. I have a laminated copy that I take with me to guitar jam.
Good job. All right.
Now we come back to The Lord is My Shepherd, and here's our clue. The bass is playing a D.
Okay.
I don't know why the bass is... Oh, is the bass playing a D or is the bass playing a B? No, it's playing a D. The bass thinks this should be a D.
Who?
Maybe the bass is wrong. And then it goes to a G. So the bass thinks this should be a D and a G.
Root second, fifth.
So let you hear the melody again. Yeah, the A minor is not good there because it doesn't complete right. It matches, but it doesn't complete.
Are you wanting
The
it to
Lord
sit?
is my shepherd, I shall not want. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
So you're staying. You're staying. You're not going down. You're staying.
I know, but the second I shall not want is slightly different than the first I shall not want. Like this one is C, B, A, G, and that one is up higher. It's E, D, C, B. I shall not want. I've gotten us sidetracked. So I'll try it both ways. I'll see what the bass is doing and try that in there. The bass is going to a D and a G. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. The G might be right, the D's not. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Maybe a D7 then to a G. Anyway.
C to D to G.
What?
C, D, G.
Yes, C, A minor, D, G in this case, which seems straightforward, but it doesn't sound right. So I will sit and play with it. Let's actually sing a song before I use up all of our lesson time. Let's do God Bless the Responders. I sang this one last night. Oh, we're doing virtual guitar jams now from Cafe Bohemia.
Sweet. Something I can do.
Yes. I actually did think about sending to you to come participate in that. Oh, that's wrong. Sending to you to come participate in that because you could actually take part in that. Because it's online on Tuesday nights and Thursday nights.
Right.
What you'd have to do is go join in the Cafe Bohemia Facebook group.
Yes.
There's a Cafe Bohemia Jam Facebook group. And so if you go join that, then you'll get notifications on. But there's no reason why you couldn't Zoom in and jam with us.
So y'all are using Zoom?
Yeah. Yeah, it works just the way you would predict, which is not very well for that purpose. But
I still think.
You know what it does? It works. But mostly what it is the person will be playing and you'll be seeing them. And I try and play very softly so I don't get the mic. So I don't get the focus. But it's good to see everybody and to hear them play, right? And to play along. And I'm getting a similar benefit regardless because I'm trying to play along by sight. So if I see you playing a D and then a C and then a G and then a D and listening to the song and predicting what chord is next, which is developing my ear, right? And so I'm happy with that part. Okay, this one's going to be God Bless the Responders. Let's see who's turned on. I think only the accompaniment is turned on, but let's validate that. No, let's turn off the vocals and the second guitar, and let's just have the bass of the drums turned on. The siren wails at night, a tear falls on the bed. Suddenly everything depends upon someone else instead. God bless the responders and those that go to say, keep them in your care and help them to be brave. Sonya. His eye is on the sparrow, I know his eye's on me. God, to please help me to receive your grace in my hour of need. God bless the responders and those that go to say, keep them in your care and help them to be brave. Sonya. God bless the responders and those that go to say, keep them in your care and help them to be brave. One more time. 3, 4. Yay. And then you've got to bend that last note. I think that's the answer. That last note. We bend that last note. So I'm very happy, even with my initial voice lessons, though, I feel like my voice is getting more, I don't hear the wavering as much. And so getting more air through the pipes, and so good. I think we've got time for Without You. I know you've heard this one before, but if I keep playing the same ones, you'll actually have your solo ready.
Yes.
You tell me to do things I love to do without you. You say that I'll be happy again without you. Without you. Without you. I don't want to dance, I don't want to sing without you. I don't want to do things we love to do without you. Without you. Without you. Sonya. I don't want to eat, I don't want to sleep without you. I don't want to do things we love to do without you. Without you. Without you. I don't want to dance, I don't want to sing without you. I don't want to do things we love to do without you. Without you. Without you. Sonya. Tell me how to live, tell me how to love without you. Tell me how to do things I love to do without you. Without you. Without you. I don't want to dance, I don't want to sing without you. I don't want to do things we love to do without you. Without you. Without you. Thank you very much. See, you've got that one down. I lost your vocals. I heard your
Only
guitar.
because I can hear it. Nah, it's because I can hear it in my head.
I wonder, oh, you mean because the Zoom's doing better, or you mean because you know the song well enough?
I've heard the song enough that I can pick it out, which is what I do with most
Yes.
of the songs. So,
That's what I was guessing is, yeah, you know enough that warbling you hear, you know what that was supposed to be.
yeah. I'm like, okay, it's in there somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Yes, it's
This is good. I did not know that the green screen did this. So, yeah.
I'm really happy with that.
For the
I think
money.
that looks really interesting. And so I'm happy with that part. I'm trying to help out Nadine's Music Manor, and so I'm sticking them in every chance I get on ads and other things. They're, of course, a music shop here in Plano. Mostly deal with bands and sheet music for school and so on, but they're hard hit as a small business just like everybody else right now.
They should tap into the schools, to the
They should
PTA
call
system.
Harvard because Harvard got all this money, right?
And, well, filter. Whatever district they're in, they
Yes.
should tap into the school system, into the PTA system, tap into those moms and go, hey, you need some music for your kids, blah, blah, blah. Sorry. That's where my brain
I
went.
don't know that part of the business, and I can certainly suggest that to her, that contact the PTA and let them know because if they're doing more home training, homeschooling, I think she's really been challenged with even opening the store right now under the current rules. She's offering call ahead curb service, but otherwise she's not allowed to be open.
Gotcha.
Which makes it really hard. And so what I'm doing is like the voice, the exercises that we're using for the vocal lessons, I ordered that book, so I'd have the actual book, right? Since we're using the exercises from the book, but then said, I'll tell both the people that watch my videos that we're using that book, and yeah, they can get it at Nadine's.
Good.
If you see what I mean. So that's But you'll see Nadine's is added to our little advertising flyer up here, along with go buy Sonya's album and send me more guitars.
Right? I don't have enough. Thank you.
And so I only need one more. At any given time. I'm feeling blessed and ahead on guitars right now. I'm actually very content I'm happy with the choice I made on the Taylor. The Schecter is sounding lovely, and I feel like I have it tuned in, and I do play my my Monica Rival on occasion. I was playing my Monica Rival plugged straight into the interface, which is still a pretty sound, not even through right now the Schecter's playing through the G1 pedal, which is adding delay, reverb, and some compression. But the Moniker, of course, it's a semi-hollow guitar, but it sounds good just straight into, like I run the acoustic guitar, just plug it straight into the interface, and then it sounds good. Now, I haven't done the Sonya Jevette special, which is take your acoustic guitar and put it through the pedal.
You just have to tweak the bass a little, put a little more bass in it, and it's fine.
You know what I very much enjoy writing bass lines in the interface, and I can easily control it that way. However, the thing that is attractive to me, if I was going to add another guitar, it would be the Taylor has, in the Taylor Mini, they have a bass version of the Mini. So it's a 3/4 size Mini, but it's a bass with bass strings and bass tone.
Nice.
And so I would add that just to play bass riffs when I'm trying to get, a lot of times I can hear the melody I want in my head. I'll play it on the guitar, or pick it out on the guitar, and then put it into the software.
Mm-hmm.
Or, oh, well, that needs to be, is it C? No, it's a D. Okay. And then I tell the computer it's a D. And I imagine the same thing with the bass, right?
Don't forget to, yes, it'll be the same thing with the bass. Yes. Don't forget to choose major or minor. Sorry, that's going to help you so much simplifying your songs.
Yeah, if we were starting from scratch. Now, sometimes I do have that problem where I'm starting from scratch and I recognize that there's so many whole notes, because we had that problem on Without You, where I couldn't decide was it in, Without You's in G, but I have had problems with I couldn't decide if it was in the major or minor, and I did not consider, well, what's the overall tone of the song as a determinant of is it major or minor. So, but again, this song that we were working on, that song's all written. We're just trying to transpose it to guitar. So we know,
fair enough.
We know kind of what key it's in, and we're just writing the harmony to go with it. So that one's a special problem because it was written years ago on a piece of software that doesn't exist anymore, with an accompanying library that I don't have anymore. And I was thrilled that I had the MIDI version of it with all 12 parts, and that it pulled beautifully over into Guitar Pro. And then that's the version we were listening to is the Guitar Pro version. But I'd like to be able to play it unplugged, solo with just an acoustic guitar.
Solo with just an acoustic guitar. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm writing the harmony in acoustic guitar. Writing the harmony is in order to be able to play it solo.
You make my head twitch. I just don't understand.
Which part?
I'll have to wait till you finish the song so I can understand.
Okay, so I want this complex arrangement that I have, the 12 or 14 part arrangement with 4 lines of violins and flute and so on. I want that when I'm playing on the computer, or if I was recording the vocals for it, I would record over that. But now if I said, hey, but Sonya, I want to play it at the jam tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
They only want to hear the acoustic guitar and not the flute and not the 4 violins and not the bass and not the drums. So I've got to go write the harmony accompaniment on and I don't want to just pick out the melody on the acoustic because that will sound too thin.
Because you have I just don't get it. Because if I was going to play your song, I'm going to read the chords at the top. I'm going to go E minor.
Okay.
D,
Yep.
and an A minor.
Okay, but let's
So-
go to this one, and the guitar part's not written yet.
Right, but I
We
see
got the melody.
C chord.
Well, we put in the C chord tonight.
So
So
I
the
see C.
yeah, we see the melody is C C D E F. Sorry, the Lord is my shepherd. So I think a
So-
C chord goes with that.
Yes. So why wouldn't you play C chord?
So we're going to tattoo a C there. Now the next phrase, and I think the A minor fits there. I shall not want.
Yeah.
And then we come
fits.
back to. Then we come back
C.
to the same phrase on the Lord is my shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
So the C works there. But now this next phrase is new.
Are you wanting to put that? What is that? A D in there in that A minor chord? Are you trying to add that in there?
So we're trying to
Because
decide.
it's still A minor.
We're trying
for
to
that.
decide what goes there. We don't know that that's an A minor chord.
That single note that you're playing, that you're stuck on, that you're hearing, that you want it to be. What is that single note?
If we just play the root, that single note's an E. That's the phrase in this measure.
So that
So-
third note is an E.
That third note's a C.
So it's still the same, Bruce.
So you think come back to a C.
Because you're going C, A minor, C, A minor for the chord, but you're singing that particular note
E.
of C, E. So you're E. You're enunciating it in the singing, but it's still in the chord.
I shall not want. I shall not want. I shall not want. See, I think that's not a terrible match, but let's hear the E minor there. I shall not want. I shall not want. So I think it could be either one. I shall not want.
So either one would work
Yes.
because it's going to depend upon what's your next move after this portion.
Yes.
What's the next move?
Then it goes back to He makes me to lie down in green pastures.
So C.
So it's C.
Okay, so yes is the answer to what you're asking for. The first part you could do the A minor, and the second part you could do the E minor because you're making it go back into the C.
Sorry. So D, C, G, A. So I think we came back to C here. So we've gone C, A minor, C, E minor, C in the green pastures, D, C, G, A.
All right.
So off that D, that could be the green pastures. Could be a D to just harmonize the root. The
Where's it
green
going?
pastures. It's going to a A. So it could be the A minor there. The green pastures. He makes me lie down in the green pastures. He makes me lie down. in the green pastures. He makes me lie down in the green pastures. So, yeah, so I think it's either, it could be the D, or it could be the A
D
minor.
is telling you, D makes you feel like you're going to go to another phrase, another verse.
Yes.
So are you wanting it to go to another verse, or do you want it to sit on the A?
He makes me lie down in the green pastures. And then we want to resolve on the next phrase.
Your only resolve right now is
the
E.
shepherd, I shall not want. This will actually
E
make...
is your E is your resolve on a period on this.
Yes.
It's the one that sits.
This will actually make a nice rap too after we get it done.
A rap?
I'm not a rapper, but I can hear that in this. That this part, that repeating phrase, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. That part to me could be spoken.
Fair enough.
I think after we get the everything. So that'll be the question. We have used up our time tonight. You're thinking we come back to an A minor there.
And then for your next lesson, when you get set up next, you need to pull back your camera.
Well, I pulled back me.
Yeah, but you're having to choke yourself to reach your desk now.
I know. Well, yeah, it could be that I can figure out how to put the camera back behind the monitor, which would give us even more seeing.
I took both my cameras and put them on boom stands. So I can move it however I want.
Yes.
But they're both on boom stands.
This one is on a
tripod?
on a tripod now, but it's sitting on the same table as the monitor. And so I thought about putting it behind the monitor, and that tripod may be big enough to let it stand up behind.
Yeah.
Or it could
I
be that
have
put it on
folded the
something else.
legs together and then tie wrap them to the table. Dude, if you could see my setup.
Yes.
Tie wrap them to the table so there's a left camera and a right camera.
Oh, the things we do for the music. We have gone way too long. Thank you so much for being on this week. Good to see you. I'm going to hit stop recording while we're thinking about it.